The Ishtar Gate would have been one of the main entrances to the city of Babylon. And it is Neo-Babylonian. It is a little bit later than the Babylonians. This is sort of a redevelopment of that city-state at the center, but it isn't necessarily entirely the same culture. I mean, that's a whole different ball of wax. But the city itself is built of mud brick, and that's what we're seeing here. And in fact, what you're seeing here is a reconstruction in a museum of the Ishtar Gate because, why leave it where it is? Why not take it back to our city and show it off? And again, it's made of brick. This would have been a massive and impressive structure. The blue color is quite intentional. It's playing off of the importance of lapis. And so they're using blue as a glaze, in this case, to create the pieces. And what we see are depictions of three of the gods of the city. The bricks themselves are going to be kiln fired. They are mud brick, but they are kiln fired to give them an added sense of permanence. Is probably why we still have them today. And what we see is Marduk, represented by the lion, as we see here. We see Nabu as a dragon and Adad as a bull. These would have been important because it basically tells visitors or anyone traveling to the city what gods are worshipped in that city. An important thing that you want to keep in mind if you're traveling, there aren't that many people traveling, but those that are need to be respectful of the religion of the city that they're in. And in this case, what we're seeing is strict profile. They're seen from the side and they're seen in strides. So they're seen as if they are parading or moving. This ritual march would have been reflective of how people would have processed. So there would have been processions on a regular basis, not just the royal family, but the entire city at certain times, because religion at the time is about identity. These gods are associated with cities. You worship this god because you are a member of this city, maybe a member of this kingdom. And so it becomes an element of identity. There are no morals and ethics tied to the gods, tied to religion. That is a matter of law, later of philosophy, but we haven't gotten there yet. And the forms that they take on tend to be a little bit rounder and softer. Also, I would like to point out the use of a dragon is not unusual. We tend to associate it with China, but remember, there's a lot of trade. They are trading with the East, so they are aware of the idea of dragons, although, of course, the idea of a dragon here looks very different than what you might see in other cultures where they're more familiar with the idea.